Hello. Welcome. A little bit late. Sorry about that. We're going to be doing an Oscar breakdown because, you know, this Saturday is the Academy Awards. And it's funny because, Ryan Gosling's going to be singing. Godzilla's up for an award. On paper, it's a much better year. And Oppenheimer is up for many awards. But on paper, it's a better year than I think it's going to be viewership-wise. Because, I haven't heard too many people talk about like they're excited to watch it. I'm going to be watching it. Yeah. So we're doing that. I'm sharing the link now. Going live on Twitter. All right, let's do it. But yeah, so we're talking about I'm going to watch it. I might be on Chris Gore's stream. He has an Oscar stream. We'll see. We'll see about that one. It was hard to get him on my show. It was hard. He's very, very busy. But we have fun things. I actually wanted to go to an article right off the bat because I thought this was interesting. Let me go to my bookmarks. There's just this article here. What's up, chat? How's it going? I have to pull chat out so I can read you guys. Docs. Chat. All right. Anon, Timefire. Alex, Joshua, Jeremy. Hi, everybody. Yeah. Godzilla -1. This is an interesting... I just thought this was cool. I'm a big Steven Spielberg fan. But he basically is... how Spielberg dominated culture in the 90s. In 1994, with Jurassic Park and Schindler's List. This is insane. It's unheard of, really, what he did. Basically, excuse me. I've been rushing to get this stream started. I'm late. I barely got the thing set up. Steven Spielberg, Schindler's List. Let me just explain. Here's Tom Cruise. I believe Tom was nominated probably the same year for... Oh boy, what was that? 1993. Philadelphia, that was Tom Hanks. Jane Campion's The Piano. But anyway, Spielberg did Jurassic Park, which won a bunch of technical awards. And then he did Schindler's List, which won every other award. And it's funny because there hasn't been a year since where one person has dominated. So, I mean, you could say Peter Jackson maybe, but... and it's funny because I don't know if you guys know this, but Steven Spielberg made Jurassic Park, loved, had a hell of a time making it, very, very intense film shoot, was finishing the movie, and then he decided that if he wasn't going to make Schindler's List, he had to do it like right now. And so he was like, guys, I got to go to Europe to make Schindler's List. And this is in the middle of editing Jurassic Park, so he gave Jurassic Park to George Lucas to finish editing the movie with, I believe, also sound effects and things like that. So George Lucas helped on that movie. It's interesting. And Kathleen Kennedy, by the way. Kathleen Kennedy also helped with that as well. But I don't know what she did exactly. I'm not sure. Probably just... I don't know, organizing stuff, making sandwiches, stuff like that. Other than that, yeah, I just thought that was a cool little Oscar memory. But I'm actually here to talk about this thingy-majig. We're going to do two things tonight. It's a very, very chill stream because I really want to play Final Fantasy. And I was like, well, I got to stream Wednesdays. Try to keep it consistent. And Kathleen Kennedy's entire resume, I helped. Kathleen Kennedy, what did you do? Well, I kind of told people that, I gave them congratulations, and I gave them hugs, and I was like, you're doing a good job. And then what else did I do? I provided the catering, and I I was friends, you know, George and Spielberg are friends of mine, so I got special privileges. Anyway, fuck. I'm not making fun. She did, to be fair, have a good resume and earlier in her career, but we're gonna vote. We're gonna make some predictions here. You know, you can do this. This is actually a what is this? What would this be called? An Oscar, Oscar party. Oh boy, what is this thing called? What did I search? Prop sheet or like ballot, Oscar ballot sheet. You can Google these and download the PDF. You should make predictions, and we'll all do this. But let's do some of these. Let's do some of these. So I watched a lot of movies this year. I have another thing that we're gonna do is this, which is a tier list of most of the movies that I watched last year. Not all of them. I made this list, but we're gonna do this later, and then we're gonna do this first. So, hi Octavia and Zypher, what's up? Welcome. Doing it black and white was a nice touch. Oh yes, it was. We're gonna do this. You know, this is funny to me because it's pretty obvious that Oppenheimer is gonna sweep everything, but we're gonna try to be realistic about what I think the Academy is gonna vote for. I'm not gonna pick what I want. I'm gonna pick the Academy. You don't even know most of these movies. I've seen almost all of them, except I'm watching Poor Things tomorrow night because it drops for some reason. I think it drops on Disney Plus, and my brother has Disney Plus, so I might just watch it. Watch it with him. Anyway, Oppenheimer's gonna win Best Picture. We all know this. It's won every award. I'm sorry. There's been like a bunch of, you know, the Golden Globes, the Critics' Choice Awards, the screen, you know, all this stuff. It's won every Best Picture every time. All these different award shows. This is the final award show of the season. So it's just probably is. I'm just gonna guess that's gonna win again. It's just that's how good it is. Best Director is interesting. Let's zoom in on some of these. Let's zoom in on some of these. All right, let's do the Best Director next. You saw Poor Things and think Lily will win Best Actress? That's a very strong possibility. Barbie on the same list. It's a sad. Well, Barbie is the one that doesn't belong. Everything else I've seen on this is incredible. All these movies are really good. I have not seen American Fiction. I'm not interested in that movie. But I have to see Zone of Interest. I'm watching Friday, and then I'm watching Poor Things tomorrow. I've seen everything else. Best Director. Christopher Nolan is probably going to win Best Director. There's other like Scorsese's not going to win. The only other like upset that I can think of right now is Justine Triet, who is the Anatomy of a Fall director. Now she is a female director. She's the only one nominated. She beat Greta Thunberg. What's her name? Greta Gerwig. She's the only. Greta Gerwig was not nominated for Best Director for Barbie. But I think it's going to go to Nolan. I think it's pretty obvious. He's won all these awards so far at the Golden Globes and everything. That's pretty easy. Film editing. We're going to go out of order a little bit. You don't like American Fiction, Josh? I think it looks okay. I have no interest in it. Yeah, no, it's not going to be, guys. I want to say this right off the bat. I'm going to say this right up front. It's a meme. It's a meme to say, oh, the Academy's going to vote for the one with the most diversity, right? Everybody says this. Sometimes it's true. But to be honest, it's not really true. Because, you know, Oppenheimer has won every award category. It's been nominated for all season long at the Globes, the Critics' Choice Awards, SAG Awards, all this stuff. They're not voting. The Academy's not as fake woke as we want them to be. Sometimes we're like, oh, and we're surprised when they pick, like, you know, a white person. I don't know. I just know that American Fiction has absolutely no chance at winning Best Picture. Best film editing. This is like, obviously it's going to be Oppenheimer. Editing is like, how do you really care? How do you pick it? How do you choose sometimes? But the structure of the movie in Oppenheimer is so essential to the movie. And I would say like films like Holdovers and even Flower Moon, the editing is not quite as powerful in the movie as it appears to be. Definitely Oppenheimer's going to win that. Original score. Greta Thunberg. Lofty, do you know if this year is the year that movies have to start requiring quotas? Can't remember if that's next year or this year, but those quotas are going to be like not noticeable because a lot of that stuff is behind the scenes. And a movie like Oppenheimer can get away with I think like I'll have to take a look at that again. Best original score. Oppenheimer is one of the best. I'm just picking what I want, but it's also 100% certain. Ludwig Göransson is put out one of the best scores of all time with Oppenheimer, and everybody already knows. People already know this. It's going to be easy W for Ludwig. It's just a beautiful score. It's magical. Best original song. Here's the. Let's go over here. Okay. What do you guys think? Do you agree the score should win? When are the Academy's anime? Saturday. This Saturday is the Academy Awards. I'm sorry, this Sunday. I'm stupid. Not Saturday. This Sunday. Looks like you're predicting Oppenheimer to sweep. Yes. Only because it's been sweeping every other award show. And it's like higher. It's so much better than. It's like better than all the other movies this year. It's on another level. Like if Dune 2 came out I would be like questioning that Oppenheimer's victory. Best documentary feature, we're gonna pick and choose. We're just gonna go A B C D E F G H. How about like how about I just want to win. I want to win this as many points as possible. So let's see. Bobby Wine, Eternal Memory, documentary. To Kill a Tiger. That sounds like animal rights activism. I'm gonna pick it. Documentary short feature. ABC's of book banning. Oh my God. Island in Between. The Last Repair Shop. The Barber of Little Rock. I don't know, guys. I would say Island in Between sounds like a poetic movie that like Hollywood snobs would vote for. I don't know. Production design is definitely going to Oppenheimer. It's just, Flower Moon had really good production design, and so did Barbie. Oh, Barbie! Yeah, the only thing is I could see people picking this because it's like you have to keep in mind, guys, the Barbie movie is not nominated for as many categories as they wanted it to be. So we have to keep in mind people that might vote for it because they feel bad. But I think Oppenheimer's going to take this easily. Best original score song. It's funny because I'm Just Ken is nominated and I want to pick it. But like, What Was I Made For from Barbie won the Golden Globe. And that's the one, that's the female one. And I just think that they're gonna vote for it. It's what's her name? Billie Eilish. I don't think the Academy wants the optics of Ken winning and him singing at the Oscars and Margot not being nominated and Greta not being nominated. I don't think the Academy wants the optics of that. But I could be wrong because they did allow him to sing this song during the he is singing, guys. Ryan Gosling. He's performing. I could be wrong on this one. Let's go down a bit. What are you guys saying in chat? Oh, it's gonna win, but I'm just Ken is better. It's so much better. It's a much better song. Four Daughters will win. I don't know what Four Daughters is. Should I pick it? I'll date your Four Daughters. I'll pick Four Daughters. I don't know what that is, but because you said it, I'll pick it. Okay, now we're down to actress and actor category. And I'm gonna do cinematography first. Oppenheimer being a period piece affects it. Yeah. Look, cinematography is, once again, I think it's gonna go to Oppenheimer, but this is a stacked category. Like, Poor Things might even win production design, to be honest, over Oppenheimer. It might. Maestro has really good cinematography, but it's not going to beat Oppenheimer. And Flower Moon does as well. I think it's going to sweep, guys. I think it's sweeping Oppenheimer. That's just my guess. Costume design, wow, man. Poor Things might win this one. Or Barbie. But I'm going to go with Poor Things because have you seen the trailers to that? I'm going to watch this tomorrow. What was I right about on Flashcast, Angela? Coldest Beer. Hey, what's up, buddy? What's up, Curtis? Holy Lofty, I believe Godzilla -1 was snubbed. It's not fair. It should be for Best Picture. I would say that it should be for Best Picture over Barbie and American Fiction. Definitely not some of the other ones, in my opinion. I think Godzilla is like just inside my top 10, maybe. But I have other movies that should be up here too. I've seen a lot of these, but you're right. It was snubbed. It should be over Barbie, and it should be over American Fiction. Costume design. Napoleon had fantastic. You're right, Zypher. And Flower Moon for cinematography. Flower Moon had amazing cinematography, but I don't think it's going to beat Oppenheimer, because Oppenheimer had that black and white IMAX for the first time ever in the history of cinema. Black and white IMAX cinematography. So that's obvious to me. Where are we at again? Oh yeah. Costume design. I think it's gonna be Poor Things, guys. I think people are hyped about the costumes in this, even though Barbie could win. But also Best Actor and Actress. We're gonna do this right now. I'm gonna give you my take. Wow. The Academy's gonna vote for Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon. She did an amazing job. She's also Native American. She's also never been nominated before. She's a newer actress. Angela says I was right about that game. Yes, I was right about Helldivers and Suicide Squad being completely different genres. And everybody was coping on Flashcast, and they just wanted content, I think. They wanted like a stream content, so they just disagreed with me. But I'm right. Even the people in the comments were like, yeah, Lofty is actually right. Anyway, Poor Things and Barbie. Yeah, Lily was good. Here's my take is Carey Mulligan should win for Maestro. And if you haven't seen this, like, you might not know what I'm talking about, but she was in the movie Drive. She was in a bunch of movies. She gave a very similar performance to Lily Gladstone and similar character arc, but I think she did it better. But I think Lily's gonna win. She's been sweeping this category the entire season. You know, Killers of the Flower Moon, Zypher. It's a Martin Scorsese movie. So Killers of the Flower Moon is about the Osage tribe of Native Americans in the early 1900s, where they were being targeted for their oil money, and they were slowly, over the course of a few years, being like murdered. And they were and the local residents were like basically just stealing their land and their property rights and their money, and then just killing them off one by one. It's a period piece. It's very depressing. It's Martin Scorsese. Anyway, best actor. I just think she's gonna win. I mean, Emma Stone might sneak it out. Honestly, she might. But I don't think. I think it's gonna be Lily. Emma Stone won something else recently. Anyway, best actor though, guys. Oh man, let's think about this. And Zypher, that movie has Leonardo DiCaprio in it as well. Is really good. Really good. Best actor is gonna go for. I'm gonna pick Cillian Murphy because I think it's a safe choice. But honestly, Bradley Cooper could win. I just don't know how much. I mean, Cillian has won every Best Actor award this season. All of them. Sometimes though, the Oscars will subvert your expectations with like an actor and pick somebody that, I don't know, man. This is hard. I think it's going to be Cillian. Bradley's amazing in Maestro. I'm surprised he didn't win more awards throughout the season, but he didn't win like on anything. And then it could be Paul Giamatti, but it's probably going to be Cillian Murphy, guys. Yeah, I was going to say, it's like, this is his year. You know, I've liked him forever. I've liked him since I was like 14 or whatever. He was in 28 Days Later. And then he was in a movie called Sunshine with Danny Boyle as well. Science fiction movie. Really good movie. He's really good in that. Then he was in Red Eye, which I liked. I thought he was cool in that movie. Then he's in, Batman Begins. And then I've always liked him. And then Peaky Blinders really made me fall in love with Cillian Murphy. Peaky Blinders is, I'm not even lying to you, Cillian Murphy's acting in Peaky Blinders is better than his performance in Oppenheimer. It's even better. It's just it's over the course of like 5 seasons, and he has a pretty big character arc, I just think Oppenheimer is his time to shine. It could be Jeffrey Wright, but once again, I think Cillian is too popular this year within Hollywood. A lot of Hollywood actors really like Cillian Murphy, and it's like this for the same reason I think Robert Downey Jr. is going to win Best Supporting Actor, which is down here. Where are we at? Oh, I can't go down any further. Let me show you. Let me flip this up. What are you guys saying? Batman Begins. Red Eye. Red Eye's like, I wouldn't call it underrated, Curtis. It's a pretty good, it's like a pretty good like B movie. Like a horror movie on a plane. It's not that, I just watched it again recently. It's not amazing. It's just kind of like, it's just like a decent movie. He's really good in it. And the writing is just very simple, and the story is kind of simple, but it's a pretty fun movie. Don't watch it while you're on a plane. Best Supporting Actress and Actor. So, all right. The supporting actress thing, if America Ferrera wins, I'm gonna laugh so hard. My problem is there's better supporting actresses that are not even nominated. Like Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer might win, but I've heard good things about this chick in The Color Purple. She won a couple awards. It actually might be her. Danielle Brooks might win. I can't see them just voting I think it's gonna be, oh man, I think it's gonna be Danielle Brooks. Pretty sure she won the Globes or the SAG award. The Color Purple remake. Now you guys are saying something interesting in the chat, which is I don't know, Ryan Gosling might grab Best Supporting Actor. Yeah, Curtis, he was really good in it. He was really good. He's creepy in that movie. I don't think he's gonna win it. I think he got lucky to even be nominated. I think when he won his song, I'm Just Ken won at the Golden Globes, or no, at the other award. What was the other one? Critics' Choice Award. He was shocked. Like, he was so shocked by it. I don't think he has a chance at supporting actor because Robert Downey Jr. has won this category, except one time. I think Mark Ruffalo won at the SAG. Was it the SAG or the Critics? Or I can't remember. But Downey Jr. has essentially gone from Iron Man for 10 years, superhero, to really, really, really good supporting actor role in a drama. And it's like, now people are realizing how good of an actor he is, even though it's obvious that he's been amazing for 10 years. Tony Stark he should have been nominated for multiple Tony Stark performances, in my opinion, like Civil War, or even Endgame, or Infinity War. I think he should have been nominated. I'm not even like exaggerating. Like what? Like, you know what I mean? Like Heath Ledger. Okay, this is an interesting. Let's talk about this for a second. First of all, why did I pick Robert De Niro? I meant Robert Downey Jr. First of all, we have two Marvel people nominated, Ruffalo and Downey. Okay, both of them are like, they're done with Marvel. They're doing serious stuff now. Except Ruffalo's like a comedy character. In 2008, do you guys remember this? Do you remember in 2008 when Heath Ledger beat Downey Jr. for Best Supporting Actor as the Joker, and Downey Jr. was playing what's his face in Tropic Thunder, blackface in Tropic Thunder. So he was nominated once before for this category, didn't win. Heath Ledger won as the Joker. I have a feeling he's gonna win this time. I think he did a good enough job. And Gosling was not, I think he was good, but like, he was just funny. You know what I mean? It's not like, I don't even think he tried that hard. You know what I mean? Have you seen Barbie, guys? I don't think Ryan Gosling tried very hard in this movie. I think he just played like a goofy version of himself. And then he just happened to be, because he's cool and like people like him and he's funny. That's why I think it's gonna go to Downey. Downey put so much work into this character. And I've seen this movie twice now. And it's just so powerful. This performance is so powerful. De Niro is surprisingly amazing in Killers of the Flower Moon, in my opinion. Very subtle, very good performance, especially towards the end of the movie. He's not as good as Downey. I have not seen American Fiction yet. And Mark Ruffalo I'm watching tomorrow night. But Mark Ruffalo looks really weird in that movie. Heath Ledger may have gotten sympathy vote. I don't know about that. I've thought about that before, but like, he objectively was like, he gave like a mythical performance in The Dark Knight. Like, it was legendary. And there's no way he was gonna lose to blackface Downey Jr. Even though Downey was really good too. RDJ is a lock. Yes, bass player, I agree. Dr. Dolittle disaster. Yeah, we're fake or pretending that never happened. Curtis. So that's that. I think this is, I could be wrong about Danielle Brooks, but I have a feeling like a person of color is going to win. And if it's any person of color, it's probably going to be Danielle Brooks. And by person of color, I mean black people, because that's all they really mean when they say that these days. You know? Like, change the name. Change it to something else. Go back to calling people like colored people or something. Person of color seems like So dehumanizing and robotic. You are a person of color. It's like a stupid label. Colored people is more like wholesome and and happy-go-lucky. Hey, my fellow colored people friends. I got some colored friends. We're gonna go out barbecue and we're gonna have a good time. I don't know. Nobody says that they have persons of colors friends. What kind of friends do you have, sir? Who do you hang out with? I hang out with people of color. Nobody says that. That's stupid. Anyway, I hate it so much. Let's do this. Let's do this. Makeup and hairstyling. I can see Maestro or Poor Things winning this. I think Poor Things is going to win. Maestro did a really good job with Bradley Cooper to make him look like the guy. But there's a lot of controversy because he made his nose larger and he's playing a Jewish guy. There's a lot of controversy. I don't expect him to win this award. But the guy had a big nose, Bernstein, Leonard Bernstein. Maestro is about Leonard Bernstein, who is one of the most prolific composers in the history of the world. But Maestro is a love story. It's a really good movie. I like it a lot. I think Poor Things is going to win. It's just wild. It's bonkers. It's off the wall. But with the hairstyling. Original screenplay. This is kind of interesting. It could be. I think it's going to be I'll tell you this right now. It's either going to be Anatomy of a Fall or Past Lives. I'll tell you this right now. I could be wrong. It could be The Holdovers. But this is an opportunity for the Academy, number one, to acknowledge a female writer. Both of these movies. And number two, they're both amazing screenplays. Absolutely incredible screenplays. And we'll talk about them when I get to my list, my tier list. Holdovers could also win, but I'm gonna go with Anatomy of a Fall, and I'll tell you why. It's because the movie it's a very complicated script, and it's so dense, and I feel like if they're gonna pick a woman, I think it's gonna be her over the other girl. Celine Song. Anyway, adapted screenplay is kind of weird for me because I don't know why Barbie's on here. Like, I don't know why Barbie's even on here. What is it adapted from? The Hasbro toy? The Barbie universe? That doesn't make any sense. Oppenheimer's gonna win. I think Oppenheimer's gonna win that too, man. It's a really, really good screenplay. It's so intense. I don't see people voting against it. Even though I know Zone of Interest has a cult following. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And Poor Things. I don't see people voting against it at all. Okay, so we have those. I guess I was gonna save this for last, but I think it's we'll just do this now. Best visual effects, guys. I really hope that it's Godzilla. Like, I'm gonna say Godzilla deserves it over Guardians. I'm gonna say definitely not Mission Impossible. I don't even know what the visual effects even were. He jumped off a thing, he did a stunt, and they caught it on camera? Like, what's the visual effect? What are they doing? He literally did the stunt. Where's the visual part of the effect? It's a special effect. It's not even I don't know. Napoleon had some good visual effects, but it's like so sparse throughout the movie. Best part of the movie, by the way, was the battle stuff. I think it's either going to be one of these two, but I'm going to go with Godzilla -1. Hey, Napoleon did have good visual effects, Zypher. Really good. Really good, like... It's hard. I got to watch it again, but I remember being pretty impressed by at least 2 of the battles. But yeah, the rest of the movie is like a mess. I need to wait for the longer version to come out. To what you like... Yeah. I think it's going to be Godzilla -1, guys. So then we have animated short, I Don't Care. Does anybody know about this one? I'm going to say Letter to a Pig. Just because it's... I don't fucking know. I'm just going to pick one. Oh, the music of John and Yoko? That might win. John Lennon and Yoko Ono. That might win. Let's go up for a second. Let's go up. Let's go to sound. The creator, Maestro, Mission Impossible. Oppenheimer's going to win best sound. It's not even close. Oppenheimer had Mission Impossible. No. None of these are going to win best sound. It's just going to be, it's not even close. Live action short. I don't know any of these either. Red and White, King of Fortune, Invincible, The After, Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. Oh, that's going to win. That's, I didn't watch this, but this is Wes Anderson, right? Guy who did Fantastic Mr. Fox and, you know, Grand Budapest Hotel. That's going to win for sure. That's definitely going to win. International feature. This is interesting. We only have 2 left, guys. All right. I'll tell you. Ready? Okay. Perfect Days is Christopher Nolan's favorite movie of the year. That's what he said. And then Martin Scorsese said the same thing. I would say it's a Japanese film, but it's directed by Wim Wenders, who is German. But it's supposed to be really good. I haven't seen it yet. I can't find it anywhere. Society of the Snow, I liked a lot. Zone of Interest is going to win. It's either going to be Society of the Snow or Zone of Interest, but this movie has like absolute hype right now. It's a Holocaust movie. Steven Spielberg just watched it recently and said it's the best Holocaust movie since Schindler's List. He gave his own movie. He put his own movie in this. He was like, this is the best Holocaust movie I've ever seen since my Holocaust movie. I mean, and if you're Steven Spielberg, he's allowed to say that because he actually made the best Holocaust movie. But I think I like Schindler's List a lot. But this is like a dark humor, right? Jonathan Glazer directed a movie called Sexy Beast with Ben Kingsley. He also directed a movie called Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson. He's a very, very artistic, sort of innovative, like visionary director. And this one is about the Holocaust, but it's like I think it's like a what if scenario, it's like a parable or some sort of like dark. It's not like a period piece inside of Auschwitz or something. It's more like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm going to watch this Friday. I just know it's going to win. I just, you know, I know how there's a lot of people are saying it's like the most important movie of the year and stuff like that. It's also nominated for Best Picture. So it's the only one of these nominated. Society of the Snow is, guys, do you like, if you like disaster movies, I recommend Society of the Snow. This is about the a plane crash in the Andes Mountains or in Chile or something, where people have to survive on like nothing for a long period of time, and it's based on a true story, and it's amazing. It's actually amazing. I watched it. Very, very good special effects and everything. Very good story. It's Spanish. It's J.A. Bayona, the director. He did another disaster movie called The Impossible with Tom Holland about the Indonesian tsunami. And Ewan McGregor was in that as well, and Naomi Watts. But that's a really good movie. So The Impossible is really good. Society of the Snow, he's really good at disaster movies. And he also did a movie called The Orphanage, which is a really good horror movie back in the early 2000s. And then he did another movie called A Monster Calls, which is pretty good and underrated. And then like Hollywood paid him a lot of money to direct Fallen Kingdom, which he did. And I thought he did an okay job. But the script was terrible, so I don't really blame him for it. And the same thing happened with Rings of Power. He directed the pilot, the first 2 episodes of Rings of Power. And to be honest, the best parts of the first 2 episodes were the visuals and the directing, not the writing. That's for sure. But anyway, I like his shit a lot. I'm shilling him right now a lot. I'm shilling him. Final award of the night, guys. Best animated feature. I'm going to say it's probably going to be The Boy and the Heron. Normally I would be like afraid of, because obviously Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has a lot of support. It's a very popular movie. And it's also very good animation. Very good animation. Very good animation. But I think enough people have seen this and it's Miyazaki's like maybe last movie because he might die. And it's just, I think it has enough presence I think it has enough support in Hollywood to win. What's chat saying? It's an amazing story. I agree, Cypher. 2008 Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Hey, that's one I keep hearing about, but I've never seen. I have to watch it. Yeah, dude. Curtis is correct. Yeah, Alex, I agree. So I think Boy and the Heron's gonna win. What did I not? No, I'm gonna pick it. Boy and the Heron's just gonna win. I love this. It's my second. It's up there for me. It's one of the best movies of the year. And I'll talk about that in a little bit when I do my tier list. But I think we got. Honestly, guys, I might be 100% correct with this, except with these stupid documentaries. I don't know. We'll see though. I'll tally it up. I'll save this list. You know, you guys go ahead and download it yourself and make a prediction, do a bet some money. Anyway, we're gonna do a tier list now. We're gonna do a tier list now. This is actually something I avoided doing way earlier when everybody else is doing it because I haven't seen all the movies, right? And I had to wait because I had to watch some movies. And I didn't feel like making one at the end of the year. This is the best movies of 2024 ranked are all the movies essentially that I've watched. Almost all of them, not quite all of them. But like, we're going to do this now because this is what I mean. This is what happens when every year there's movies that are not nominated that deserve to be nominated. And this is like, you know, if it were me, my top 10 would be a little bit different. So let's do this. I think it's gonna be a short stream tonight, guys. Drinking some coffee. And then Sunday night, if you want to tune into Chris Gore, Film Threat, I might be on there to talk about the Oscars. I'm doing Final Fantasy. I'm playing Final Fantasy still, and I'm addicted to it, so I have to play it tonight. Here's let's see if you guys agree with me. See if there's any bad takes tonight. Maybe I give a bad take. Let's figure this out. Dungeons and Dragons to me. I feel like it's a good midpoint category to start off the day with. Well, actually, let's do this. Even though I think Dungeons and Dragons is probably, yeah, I think it's mid. I think it's like, to me, it's like a 5 out of 10. I actually think a lot of the movie is kind of lame, but it's not terrible. It's not like a disaster, and parts of it are funny, and some of the action is cool. Some of the sequences are fun, like when he's escaping the castle and turning into a bunch of, when she's shape-shifting. Very, very cool sequence. So no, I'm not still around the beach, Zypher. I moved on. You going for that Miyazaki support? Yeah. Okay, that's my midpoint. Yeah, shut the IRL. Those comments would have. Oh, I know. Okay. This might be a hot take. I think Five Nights at Freddy's is mid. I don't hate it. I don't hate this movie at all. I think it did like fan service really well. And I think I think it was entertaining enough to not be a waste of time. You know what I mean? And I just didn't like the character backstory stuff. I didn't care about any of it. Everything else was pretty good. It's definitely not dope. That's my take, man. I didn't hate it as much as I hate some of the other Blumhouse movies for some reason. Let's throw something out in the bottom tier. 65 is ass. This is one of the worst movies of the year. It's Adam Driver's worst movie. It's the worst dinosaur movie I've ever seen. And it's the worst. It's just a waste of time. This plot is so boring. It's not entertaining at all. There's nothing interesting about this movie. He's just escorting this girl around and like, I can't remember actually why I hated it so much, but I remember just, it's so forgettable. Because normally if I, like Rebel Moon, I can talk about I saw Rebel Moon one time. And I could talk about that movie for hours. But for some reason, 65 is so bad that it's just forgettable. So it's going above Rebel Moon. And it's you know what I mean? The lore to FNAF is a mess. That's what I mean, dude. It's like, it's a surprisingly good, like, shitty video game adaptation. Let's figure this out, guys. So 65 is pretty bad. Rebel Moon, man. Like I said, guys, Rebel Moon is the worst movie I've seen in many years. I don't think I talked about this movie enough, honestly. I went on a couple streams to talk about it. It's just objectively nonsense. It's nonsense. Everybody knows it's nonsense, even Zack Snyder. That's why he's like putting out a 6-hour version. But he released this garbage and he said, "Hey guys, what do you think of my garbage?" And then we told him what we think of his garbage, and then now a bunch of Snyder fans are coming at us and saying, "Well, you didn't give it enough time. You have to wait for the director's cut." No, I don't have to wait for anything. I can watch a movie, review it, tell you that it sucks, and then tell you that you're coping, and then I can move on with my life. That's what I can do. And that's what I did. It's really bad. There's no story, there's no characters, there's no plot. There's set pieces. There's like a stitched together like scenes of like random movies like spliced together. Like there's a Western dances with, fucking dances with aliens scene where he rides a griffin, and then there's another cyberpunk scene that makes no sense because the spider lady was given like 10 seconds of backstory, and then there's another scene where like these people are introduced and I don't know who they are, just like some rebels, don't know anything about them. I can't even describe it. It's bad. Terrible movie. Terrible ass writing. Terrible. Even the action scenes are terrible. The slow-mo, when the slow motion is dumb because they slow down a character running, and it's just like watching this girl running really slowly. How is that exciting? It's not. And then they slow down a girl like pulling a chair, blocking a laser beam with a chair. It's like, what in the hell are you doing, Zack Snyder? Do something else with your life. That's so that's it. That's the bottom tier, and nothing will ever be below that. So anything else from now on will be above that. Knock at the Cabin, I'm not gonna lie, it's not. I want to say dope. I really want to say dope. 5, 6. Shit, dude. Okay, Knock at the Cabin is like top, mid, bottom, dope tier. I'm gonna leave it at the top of mid for now. I actually like Knock at the Cabin quite a bit. It has like an interesting premise. The acting is not nearly as bad as some of his other movies. And I like the ending. I don't like the miserable ending in the book. The miserable ending in the book is like it's like The Mist. It's like, oh, let's just shock value the end. You know, I like how Shyamalan is a little bit more optimistic about people. I personally think this movie has pretty good acting in it, and it's pretty suspenseful, you know? And it's like, I've never seen a movie about people that kill themselves in front of you and they don't want to do it, but they have no choice. It's very interesting. Even if you don't like the movie, it's a very interesting idea. It's very interesting. Shyamalama Ding Dong has some of the most interesting, unique concepts in his movies. Now, this is not his idea, but it's like, it's on par with like some of his other ideas, like in terms of how interesting the concept is. Mission Impossible is also, to me, at the top of mid. Might even be, no. Yeah, it might be top of mid. I liked a lot of it. I also hated a lot of it. So I don't know what to think about it. I thought the car chase scene was amazing. It was a very long, entertaining car chase with Tom Cruise doing cool stunts. And then I liked the airport scene a lot. I thought that was entertaining when he was running away from people in the airport. And then I thought the train scene was freaking amazing at the end. The train scene at the end is incredible. It's like the best part of the movie. When it's falling off the cliff, amazing. Amazing action choreography or directing, I think. Really, really cool set piece at the end of that movie. Somebody said, Gene says, hi, Lofty. Hey, chat. What's up, Gene? What's up, Godzilla? Dinosaurs didn't even look good, Godzilla? Yeah, you're right. You're right, buddy. Slow-mo is just a meme. Yeah, I know, Alex. Wait, Anon, was he on Joe Rogan? Was Zack Snyder on Joe Rogan? Curtis has to go, everybody. Wish him a good night. Bye, Curtis. Eventually, we'll get to Tom Cruise. Yeah, dude. I just liked it a lot. So, I'm going to move on from that. I think much better action movie to me is John Wick Chapter 4. John Wick Chapter 4 to me has some of the best action I've ever seen. Ever. The fight between him and Donnie Yen is incredible. The fight scene in the after the poker game is extremely hype. And yeah, with like, yeah, I could get into the nitty gritty of all this stuff, but you know, I just think in general, this movie has some of the best action I've ever seen, ever. The staircase at the end is goofy, but epic at the same time. It's amazing. I love it. Donnie Yen is a badass. Donnie Yen is incredible. The worst part of the movie is probably Hiroyuki Sanada's fight scene with the Japanese guy. Very underwhelming fight scene. He's injured. So in the movie, he's injured, so he can't really do much. Not the best part of the movie. Yeah, dude, I just like so much of this movie. I like it a lot. And this is like goofy action. I know people hate this movie for some reason. I understand why they don't like the story. I don't think the story's that bad. I think it's like, it's fun. You know? He has to like usurp the, he has to like participate in this like ritual thing. I don't know. There's just like goofy stuff in this movie that I like. I don't take it seriously. Moving on. Evil Dead Rise. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's pretty good. It's almost dope because I think they did a really good job with the horror. I just wish it was funnier. I'm gonna say mid. I'm gonna say mid again. Man, this is a hard year. I just think like a lot of the horror stuff is really good in this movie, and it's like pretty intense. Good filmmaking, good directing. I'm not a big fan of the main actor, or the person here, the kid. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Quantumanium sucks ass, but it's better than Rebel Moon. Might even be better than 65. I actually don't like anything about this movie. This is a really... this category is terrible. These are some of the worst movies. I'm going to put it above... It's not as offensive as... I mean, it's more offensive than 65. It's more offensive. Quantumania sucks, man. Every scene is progressively more stupid. And it's just a nonsense CGI bullshit movie. CGI all over the place. Here's a better movie, The Flash. That's my first corny. It's almost ass, but it's not ass. It's almost ass, but it's not. I would say the parts with the Batcave I thought was really cool. The Batcave was really, 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 really cool. Right? Ezra Miller's not a terrible actor. I thought he was going to be way worse. You know, there's not much else I can say that's positive about it, to be honest. But I did say 2 positive things about it, so it has to go in corny, because there's nothing positive about any of these movies at the bottom. Nothing. Nothing. Even Paul Rudd in this movie is not funny. Paul Rudd is not funny in this movie. He's usually funny. Batman saved the movie? Yeah, it did. You know what I mean? It has to go above, guys. I know people hate The Flash, but it has to. Has to go in corny. Guardians 3 is to me is it's got to go up in bottom tier dope. No, it's top mid. Like, I don't like giving it an 8 out of 10. You guys know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We have 5 categories. This category is like 5 out of 10. 5 or 6 out of 10, because it's the third cat. 3 times 2, you know. This is like 8 out of 10 category. Dope tier is like 8 out of 10, and this is like 10 out of 10. I don't think Guardians is like an 8. I think it's like a 7 maybe. Because I love the Rocket Raccoon stuff. I love everything about it, but everything else I do not care. I don't care about Adam Warlock. I think I like that actor, but I don't like him as Adam Warlock. Dumb storyline. The other storyline is just them trying to go save Rocket, and they have to like hop from planet to planet to planet to planet, like fucking Rise of Skywalker. And I don't like that storytelling. I think it's lazy. The only thing good about it is like the rocket stuff, and then also like some of the fight scenes are good, and it's funny. It's kind of funny. I just really don't care much about this movie. I don't care about the story outside of Rocket. I really don't. I don't. What do you think it is, Jean? Do you like it better? Wait, I don't know what's like the Rocket Raccoon storyline is really good, but like what else is there? Why? It's at the top of mid. It's better than all these movies. I think it's mid. I think it's like a 7 out of 10, which is above mid, but it's not an 8 out of 10, which would be dope. Because we haven't had a 10 out of 10 yet. Let's put one on there. Let's put a 10 out of 10 up on the board. Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is the best movie I've seen from Christopher Nolan, period. I think it's his most sensible movie, like his most movie that like it, when you watch it multiple times, it makes more and more sense. It feels like it's a perfectly structured story. I think it's brilliant, and I think the Tenet, for example, if you watch it multiple times, it makes no sense. And then Rise, I think it's his best movie, guys. It's his most important movie. It's his most serious movie. It has the best performances I've ever seen, besides maybe Matthew McConaughey. Although Matthew McConaughey kind of Interstellar kind of hams it up a little bit. He kind of hams it up, makes it a little bit too goofy. But You know, he's like, people meme his crying and stuff. Interstellar is really good though. This is Kino. Some people don't like it. It's slow, whatever. I don't care. It's not slow to me. My eyes in the movie theater, 3-hour long movie. I was at the edge of my seat the whole time. I didn't think it was slow at all. I mean, some people might. I was very interested in every word that they were saying because it's very important, I think. The Covenant. This is a pretty dope movie, guys. Covenant's a decent war movie. It has really good music. This is a very interesting soundtrack for a war movie. It's not the best war movie I've ever seen. It's more of like a buddy movie that's sort of super serious. But it's actually underrated and it's really good. It has some good action scenes. And it's like Jake Gyllenhaal. It's hard to describe. It's Guy Ritchie, so he directed he's doing didn't he do Argyle? No, he's doing that new Gentleman movie with Henry Cavill. Anyway, it's a really good movie, guys. I recommend it. I won't say much more about it. Barbie, to me, Barbie's going right here, top of mid. Right around or below Guardians. Maybe Rocket. To me, it's like, do I like Ken more or do I like Rocket more? I think Ken's more. I think I like Ken more as a character. No, Rocket's so good in that movie. I'm going to put it right behind Guardians. No, you know what? I'm going to put it above Guardians. I really like the production design in this movie a lot. I think it's pretty amazing. I wish it was had a better script. I just think... I think it's funny. I think he's hilarious. I think Gosling's amazing. I think that part of the movie is amazing, especially the dance number. There's also a lot of throwbacks to really cool stuff, like 2001 references, The Matrix, Playtime, a lot of like classic movies, a lot of like Singing in the Rain, Umbrellas of Cherbourg, you know, good stuff. Good classic movie references that I really appreciated. Oklahoma, Grease, you know. Other than that, the movie had a really over ham-fisted like third act of the movie. I've already said that I like this movie better than some other people. It's just where I'm putting it. If you disagree with me, you can disagree with me. I'm putting it right there. Dream Scenario, guys. Dream Scenario is a fantastic Nicolas Cage movie. Does anybody here not know what this is? Dream Scenario is like it's like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, except it's not a love story, it's a horror movie. Because it's about a character who... It's actually about cancel culture. This movie's about cancel culture. It's about a guy who appears in everybody's dreams randomly. It's this like phenomenon. Can't be explained. And at first he becomes like this celebrity. And then people start to hate him because he does weird things in their dreams. And they start to hate him and they try to ruin his life over it. Because they hold him accountable for something he has no control over. It's very like metaphorical for like cancel culture. And also it's a really good movie. And he's pretty good in it. He plays this dumb guy. This like very socially awkward guy. Like, I guess he's supposed to have some sort of social problem. But I recommend this movie a lot, guys. It's a pretty good movie. Dream Scenario. It's a good Nicolas Cage movie. It's pretty dope. I like it more than The Covenant. Oh, you loved it, Alex. That's good. You were forced to watch it. Well, that's good that you liked it. Getting punished for something I did in a dream. Yeah, it sounds like my ex. Last night you forgot to open the door for me in my dream, and then you spilled your coffee all over my dress, and I had to clean it. And I'm just like, well, I'm sorry. I didn't do it. Anyway, the killer is actually dope. I am unapologetically in love with this movie. It's tough for me because, like earlier, I was talking about John Wick. Just so, I have to explain myself. I think the action in this movie is so good that it makes the movie better than its screenplay. If the action in this movie was like less interesting, it would be going down into mid. But that's how good it is. So it's going to be hard like to compare these two, because this has a really like sophisticated introspective screenplay and not a lot of action. And this movie is about a killer who was going through life like Patrick Bateman and just didn't really give a shit about anything. And something happened where he started to have to like take care of himself and take care of the people he loves. It's a very slow burn, interesting move, silent protagonist. Very much like Drive, although Drive is more stylistic. And then also it's based on a movie called Les Samurai, the French movie with Alain Delon. It's a French actor. Very similar character, almost identical opening sequence. There's a lot to like about The Killer, man. I love this movie with a passion. I think David Fincher is it's one of his better movies, not his best. It's not in his top 3, but it's like top 5 David Fincher. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it, man. It's really up to this movie depends on what kind of vibes that you like. If you're a guy who likes like sound aesthetics and like photography and just like watching a guy not speak for an entire movie, but like picking apart what he's thinking. Michael Fassbender had to do a lot of silent acting. Very, very impressive, I think. I can't recommend it. It's just you're either into these kind of movies or you're not. Blackberry is pretty dope. Blackberry is about the making of the Blackberry and the rise and fall of the Blackberry. And it sounds stupid and boring, but it's really entertaining. Okay? It's like it's this guy. It's this guy. What's his name? Here, let me show you who it is. Blackberry movie. What's his name? Crap. Guy from Tropic Thunder. The funny guy. Hold on. Jay Baruchel. Jay Baruchel is the founder of of the Blackberry. Really good acting in this movie. Okay, this guy. I just can't. It's just a solid biopic. It's a solid movie. If you like Tetris, you'll like this movie. I think you'll like. If you like Tetris, just go watch this. Speaking of Tetris is better, but they're both dope tier. Tetris is really good. Stiller, not Stiller. No. Yeah. Anyway, Tetris is really good. It's about communism and how it sucks ass. And how communism sucks. No, it's actually about it's about the making of the video game and how Russia was involved and how the US and Russia and Japan were all like, it's very interesting. Very interesting story, but they do shit on communism in the movie. It's funny. They make fun of it. They straight up just like roast the entire Communist Party. Oh boy. Cross the Spider-Verse. Into the It's going right here for me, guys. This is another one where the animation is so unbelievable to me. I was so blown away by the animation in this movie, and the story is not bad at all. I like a lot of it. I like the character stuff. They do a lot of like interesting character moments with Miles and his parents. Like they do a good job of building character in this movie. There's some parts I don't like about it, and also like the ending is not quite interesting enough. But I'm sorry, this is a really good movie, guys. Really entertaining movie. I'm gonna put it right behind Dream Scenario for me. I don't think it's ass Timefire. I think the animation is like some of the best 3D animation of all time. I think this studio is clearly, obviously, if you're not like, if you're being honest, if this movie wasn't Miles and if it was Peter Parker, everyone would be saying, and if it was good and not like, you know, everybody would be saying the animation is good, right? Everybody would be saying it. But I'm just telling you, it's really, really high quality. High quality animation. Top mid. I don't think it's as good as John Wick though. I think John Wick is, I would watch this movie like more times than this for sure. And I think The Killer is like underrated, and I think it's like almost perfect. Maybe above Dream Scenario slightly. That's where I'm putting it though. I'm keeping it there. I like these better. We're almost, oh man, I already did The Flash. I already have 2 copies of it. I have not seen Perfect Days. I don't know why it's on this list. Napoleon is so... This is a hot take. It's better than Barbie. Napoleon for me is very mid. I think this movie has so much potential. It's very condensed and the plot is so rapid fire. It's just, there's no time ever. You don't have any time in the movie to like spend learning about Napoleon's life. It just goes from big like giant like story moment to another one, and there's the only time that we have to like spend with Napoleon learning about who he is with his wife. To be fair, this is supposed to be a love story, and it's not supposed to be as much of a Napoleon biopic as it's, and I don't have a problem with that. That's why Maestro to me is so good, because this is not a biopic about Leonard Bernstein's life. It's a love story between Leonard Bernstein and his wife. But they cover all the bases, and they don't bastardize his character, and they also don't, and the movie feels finished. Napoleon needs another 2 hours. Napoleon has supposed to have a 4-hour long version that might improve the movie for me. It might go up to here at some point, but it's so unfinished. Anyway, guys, Maestro to me is amazing. There's nothing wrong with this movie at all. It's a masterpiece. Oh, it's Bradley Cooper is a really good director. I'm shocked how good he is. He directed himself in this movie, which is really hard because he was method acting as Bernstein. And then he conducted in this movie. He gave an amazingly realistic performance of a conductor. He learned how to conduct for, I want to say 6 years he spent learning every, like 3 nights a week, going to the opera to learn how to conduct for one movie. And he's still going to lose the Oscar to Cillian Murphy, but he almost should win the Oscar, because I don't even know. I think he's amazing in this movie. This is not talked about enough. For some reason, people hate Bradley Cooper. I don't know why. I guess they think he's pretentious or something because he stars in his own movies. But nobody else could have played Leonard Bernstein better than he did in this movie. And the writing is genius. And Carey Mulligan is one of the best performances by a female I've ever seen in my life. by an actress. She has a tragic story in this movie, and she goes through the most range of any actress I've ever seen in this movie. It's very, 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 very good. It's also very, very music oriented. Like there's a lot of like references to, if you're a musician, you might love this movie. It's also very sort of artistic in its presentation. It's not very, it's a sort of, they do throwbacks to like, old films, old talkies. And then there's very like Bergman-esque cinematography like later in the movie. And the writing is very specific and nuanced and strange. I love it. Very Paul Thomas Anderson, it reminds me of. Paul Thomas Anderson, who There Will Be Blood. I don't know, I like this movie a lot. Somebody says Waterloo. Yes, I need to watch that. I remember you stream from it. Needed to be a miniseries. Yeah. It should be 6 hours long. Napoleon. Netflix didn't give it a wide release. That's true. That's for sure true. I'm gonna say this, guys. Infinity Pool is dope. It's so dope, guys. It's going right here for me. Infinity Pool is very good. Very fucking weird movie about clones. I don't want to say too much about it, but like it's about a tourist resort place that people go to, and weird things happen to them, and it involves cloning. And I'm not going to say anything. It's very weird. If you guys don't like are like art house horror movies like David Cronenberg, like Videodrome, Eraserhead, any of those kinds of movies, I would not recommend this movie. It's very, 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 very weird. Very weird. It's David Cronenberg's son, Brandon Cronenberg. It's Skarsgård. Alexander Skarsgård is in this. And Mia Goth. I love this movie. It's very cool. Very cool movie. I like bizarre, fucked up horror movies though. So it's like right up my alley. Underrated movie. Beau is Afraid, another underrated movie, and I'm gonna put this. I want to put it into Kino, but it needs a rewatch for me. Beau is Afraid is one of the most horrifying like portrayals of anxiety that I've ever seen in my life. It's the movie is about a guy with anxiety, and he has a horrible condition, and the way they show that in the movie is like, instead of showing him acting weird and stuff, they show like a stylized version of the world around him that he sees, and that's kind of like how he perceives the world, even though it's not like that in real life. It's very exaggerated, but this is amazing. This is a guy who directed Hereditary. I fucking love this movie a lot. There's a lot of things that I need to pick apart in this movie and figure out, watch it again. But my first initial viewing of this movie, Beau is Afraid, was that Joaquin Phoenix should win an award for this movie. I'm surprised he isn't nominated, but it's so epic. I love this movie. It's very niche. I don't recommend it to many people. It's very, very niche. I would not, unless you're into really weird, fucked up horror movies. That's another one. Just checked out. Beau is Afraid. Beau is Afraid. We talked about this earlier. Society of the Snow. Society of the Snow is a really, 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 really good movie about. We talked about it. It's nominated for best foreign film. About a plane crash in Chile in the mountains, and survival disaster movie. Fantastic movie. Spanish film. The Pope's Exorcist I hated so much I stopped watching with about 20 minutes left, so I can't really say that it's worse. I'm gonna have to. I want to put it down here into ass tier because I hate it, but I'm gonna put it into corny because that's not fair. Because I didn't finish the movie, but it was so unbelievably cliche and stupid. Like, stupid emo girl doesn't want to be at this, like, family moves into a mansion that's haunted by a demon. The dumb emo girl doesn't want to be there. There's a siblings that argue and yell at each other, and the only good part of this movie is like Russell Crowe. And then even his part of the movie sucks because the other popes are stupid. The writing is terrible. They're not believable at all. They're just, it's terrible, guys. Hate this movie. I didn't see Perfect Days. Killers of the Flower Moon is Kino for me. Kino. It's just Martin Scorsese at his best. I think it's a very, very dark but necessary depiction of evil people behaving in like a banal kind of way, and like it's like the banality of evil. It's amazing, guys. It's very slow and long, but you need that to really get into the heads of these characters and like show you how fucked up everything was, what happened to these people. Very good acting. Wonka. I hate this movie, guys. I guess production design is okay in this movie, but everything else I hated. And Timothée Chalamet is not awful, but guys, this is not what I want out of a Wonka movie. This is a kid's movie. This is like for your 10, like if you have a kid, if you have like a 10-year-old, go take them to see Wonka. If you're expecting a prequel to the Gene Wilder version, it's not. It's a kid's movie with very childish humor, very childish, whimsical fart, like stupid things like happening, like fart jokes, sort of like the original movie. But the original movie, like when people got fat and stuff, that was funny. But the movie, that was not the point of the movie. They had a dark undertone and a mysterious sort of depressing kind of what's the word I'm looking for? What Wonka's character was melancholic, very melancholic, very, very stylistic movie. The original one's really good. The original. This is not. This is just fart jokes for the sake of being funny. Haha. And gay jokes. So many gay jokes. I hate this movie. There's this gay guy who just every time he opens his mouth, he goes, "And Mr. Wonka, are you going to give me another candy?" And it's just like, can you shut the fuck up? I love it's delicious. It tastes like candy corn and pink bunny rabbits. It's like, shut up. You're gay. And not in the way that I like gay people, but you're not one of those. You're like one of the annoying ones that gay people also don't like. And then they have Key and Peele. Keegan-Michael Key is in it. He's not funny at all. He's stupid. He doesn't say one funny thing in the movie. I don't understand it. And the songs suck. The songs are terrible. They ripped off an entire subplot of the movie was just straight up ripped from Les Miserables, which does it way better, like the orphanage subplot. This is stupid. Like they go into he gets stuck in a basement and he can't get out, and then nobody can get at. It's so unrealistic, it makes no sense. And then they I can't even describe how bad this is. A lot of people like it, but I'll never understand it. It's one of those movies that I don't understand why people like this. It's painful, guys. He sings the lyrics are corny. I don't know, man. The guy who should have played Wonka was Jeremy Allen White from The Bear. He looks much better than Timothée Chalamet. I can't even get into it. This movie's stupid. No One Will Save You is a really fucking good movie, and I almost want to put it above. The only thing is the ending for me. The only thing is the ending. It's a little strange. It's a little cliche, but everything else is incredible. Definitely the best alien invasion movie I've seen. Maybe besides like Close Encounters and like one or two other movies, but like this is an alien home invasion movie. It's a home invasion movie, and it's horrifying. And the monster designs are really cool. The visual effects are really, really good for low budget. The horror stuff in this movie is amazing. The jump scares are amazing. It's unpredictable. It's the whole movie starts. The first 20 minutes of the movie is like the end climax of what of another movie. Like any other movie would have ended where this movie began, and then so that was already interesting, and then after that it just got even more and more and more intense. Fucking love this movie, guys. No One Will Save You. And it's a silent protagonist, right? She doesn't beat the aliens like realistically. I mean, unrealistically. She's not like kicking them in the face and stuff. Fucking love this movie. I love this movie, guys. I want to watch it again. Gonna go right around Beau's Afraid for me. Then let's do Past Lives. Past Lives to me is a masterpiece. I am a big fan of Lost in Translation. And it's one of my favorite movies of all time, Lost in Translation. I've seen it like 30 times. I love movies that are like very like, I like platonic relationships in movies that are super duper emotionally charged, but they never kiss, or like like Her, another one, Joaquin Phoenix is really good, or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, stuff like that. Like, I don't need like steamy romance in movies. I like it when there's like some other electricity in the air that's not just like two characters like cliche falling in love like The Notebook. And Lost in Translation, and I like movies that deal with being lost in translation, like moving to a different country, being confused about what your purpose is. That's what this movie is in a nutshell. But it's about a Korean couple, friends, boy and a girl, who separated when they were kids because one of their parents moved to the US, and then years later in the movie they meet up, and it's very awkward. And it's like they used to be like sort of in love when they were younger, and it's like there's this emotional undercurrent of longing and like regret, and it's a brilliant movie. It's called Past Lives. It's also nominated for Best Picture. I love it so much. It's very, if you don't like those kinds of movies, you're not gonna like it. But if you're like a romantic person, you're gonna like this movie a lot. It's really fantastic. I love this movie, guys. And then another one, Anatomy of a Fall. Kino. This is going here, guys. Anatomy of a Fall is one of the best courtroom dramas I've ever seen in my life. It's a French movie about a murder, and nobody knows who did it, and even the audience doesn't know who did it. The viewer is like questioning who they think might have done it, but we're given no direct context. It's all like secondary information, and then the way they shoot it is like really, really, really interesting. It's very, very like it goes like back and forth between the trial and then what happened, and then like people do forensics, and then shit gets fucked up, and then the trial is in France, and the French courtroom is so weird. The French courtroom makes no sense, and I was trying to figure out how that works. Doesn't make sense to me, and I thought it was fascinating because the witness is up there on the stand, and the judge is like, the prosecutor's like yelling at the witness, and then the witness will turn to the defendant and start yelling at the defendant, and then they get into an argument. And it's like, well, that's guys, it's the equivalent of if Amber Heard started yelling at Johnny Depp in the trial, and they had an argument, and then the judge just let it happen. That's sort of like maybe not Amber Heard herself, but like one of somebody like that, maybe like one of her friends or something who was on the witness stand, because in this movie the person is dead, so they have to rely on secondary witnesses. But it's very weird. It's fascinating how the French court system works and how this movie plays out, and every acting performance is amazing. It's just French, so keep that in mind. It's a French movie. Godzilla -1 is like an 8.5, 9 for me. It's going up here for me. It's probably going right here for me. it's just shy of being like a perfect movie. And I will say that I'm being a little picky, but like, I really don't like what they did with his love interest and how they killed her off in the way they did. Or tried to kill her off and then brought her back. Number one, it was obvious that she was going to come back. It was a predictable cliche kind of thing to do. And then also, the way they shot it was very bad. Like they when it happened and she got blown away and then she pushed him into the alley and he was like caught off guard. It didn't look believable to me at all. It looked like they were trying. It looked like a corny, like it looked like they were trying to be serious the whole movie, and then that was like a B movie, like I'm gonna save you, and then she pushes him and he like falls away, and it's like, you know, they both could have survived. All she had to do was walk into the alley. Anyway, it doesn't make, I didn't like that part. And I thought the acting was, I thought some of them were overacting, which is my opinion. I think sometimes Japanese actors can overact, and it's just something that I've noticed in a lot of Japanese films. South Korea, they have much better actors, I think. South Korea has very natural or actors that act like normal people. I think Japan does a lot of overacting because they have a history of giving theatrical performances, going back to Kurosawa in the 50s with, you know, 60s, you know, they have a history in Japan of overacting, overperforming. It's just part of their culture. And I don't like it sometimes in modern movies. I don't like it in Godzilla. It's fine. I'm not saying it's bad because it's a B movie, but like, I think the main character like cries too much and he's a little bit too, you know, I don't know. I didn't connect with the acting as much. I'm just nitpicking, guys, because I gave it like a 9 out of 10. I like Korean actors better. That's just my opinion. But Japanese actors are fine. I'm just giving I'm nitpicking so hard because everyone's like, why is this not your number one, Lofty? And I think the story is like good, but it's like, it's not as good as Oppenheimer. It's not as good as this movie. It's not as good as Maestro, in my opinion. I just like these movies better, guys. I don't really know why. It's hard to compare Godzilla to a movie about two people that were in love at one point and are trying to reconnect their relationship. Like you can't even compare the two movies. Like Lost in Translation, I actually like more than Pacific Rim, but why? I can't compare the two. Like, doesn't make any sense. Finally, last but not least, Boy and the Heron is going right here, guys. Second best movie of the year, and it might even be my number one. I'm gonna put it here because I need to watch it a second time. I've only seen it one time, but it's so fucking good. And it's as a Miyazaki fan, it's a master. It's just everything I wanted in a Miyazaki movie. I already did a big long review on my YouTube channel. You can go watch it. It has incredible animation, incredible music. It has a great story. It just has a lot of Ghibli moments, a lot of Spirited Away moments, it has really, really good moments of like surrealist moments, like Spirited Away, and then also like realistic traditional Japanese storytelling, like in Totoro, you know, or The Wind Rises. Very quaint, like Japanese villages and people like kind of behaving normally. And then combine that with like Spirited Away or Princess Mononoke. Like it's the perfect combination of everything he's ever done. And I love the world that he goes into. It's very, very cool. I want to spend more time there, but I can't. But yeah, dude, it's like my number two. So no, I've not seen Gran Turismo. I also haven't seen whatever else you're probably thinking. Oh, have you seen this or that? I probably haven't. There's a couple movies that I can go to in a second. I'll go. But like, this is like, guys, look, I think this was a great year for movies. Okay. I chose not to watch a lot of bad movies. I can't even remember. Oh, Indiana Jones is not on here, but it would be like low corny or like high ass tier. Indiana Jones would be like right around here. Or maybe here. I didn't think it was. I think it was like a 2 or 3. It was like a 3 out of 10 maybe. For me. Did you watch Gran Turismo? No. Would you put Dune 2 over Oppenheimer? Probably. No, I don't know about that. I don't know, dude. That's hard. Gotta watch Dune 2 again. I have to watch it again. I've seen Oppenheimer twice. And it's so perfect. Oppenheimer has some really, 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 like, Nolan is so impressive, man. The scene where he freaks out after the bomb kills, a bunch of Japanese people, and he freaks out in giving his speech is, I don't know how he made that. I know he did. I know he used a projector and like shook the background to make it like look really cool. I know all about the behind the scenes of this movie, but Nolan is like one of the best directors alive, and it's just impressive to me. But look at this year, though. Look, I know some of you guys haven't seen Maestro, but I'm telling you, it's a very, very good drama. Flower Moon is a very good drama. It's just long and slow. Past Lives is amazing. Anatomy of a Fall is amazing. It's French, so a lot of people haven't seen it. Godzilla -1, Oppenheimer, Boy and the Heron. This is a really good horror movie. Talk to Me is not even on here. Talk to Me would be up here, up in the dope. It's a really good horror movie. Dope category. I liked Infinity Pool. Society of the Snow is a really good disaster movie. I thought The Killer was fantastic. Some people didn't like it. That's okay. Dream Scenario, underrated. Tetris, really good. Covenant, Blackberry, good biopic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a decent selection this year. It's better than it was the last 2 years, I think. Now, to be fair, we're gonna wrap up here soon, but I want to show you a list of movies that I have not seen. This is my letterbox, and I make lists. I make all kinds of lists, guys. Here's my watch list of movies that I haven't seen that this year that I really, really, really want to, and a lot of them happen to be independent cinema movies because, I've seen this already. I don't know why that's on here. I don't know why that's on there. The reason why I haven't seen I haven't seen Ferrari. I just wasn't quite interested in it, and I guess I should though. I guess I should. Michael Mann. But like, for example, Phantom, I can't find it anywhere. I don't know where it is, but it's a South Korean movie. It's supposed to be incredible. It's a period piece about, I believe, World War II, actually. Is it World War II? Is it Phantom, 1933. Korea was under Japanese occupation, so it's after World War I. Yes, guys. Apparently this movie is amazing. But I haven't seen it. I can't find it. And I don't really like pirating movies too much because the quality, I get lazy about that. Also, Monster is supposed to be one of Hirokazu Korieda's best movies, which is a Japanese director that I really love. This is like a coming of age movie. Apparently it's incredible. Like it has so many 5-star reviews on this website over here. I want to watch that. I want to watch Fallen Leaves, which is a Norwegian film with, I believe. So yeah, this is another director that I really like some of his movies. This is a foreign director that I like. I want to watch The Beast with Léa Seydoux. Right? Léa Seydoux has apparently this is pretty good. You know, a lot of international movies are harder to find. Iron Claw, I haven't seen Iron Claw. I need to watch this. This might be another good movie, you know, that I missed out on. I think it's out, actually. I could just probably watch this. I'm busy with Final Fantasy, though. Another one, Perfect Days. This is the one that was nominated for Best Foreign Film. Japanese movie. It's a very sort of independent guy who cleans toilets. But apparently it's really, really good. I don't know why. Christopher Nolan and Scorsese both like this movie. Got very high reviews. Very high score. And then Zone of Interest, which I have to watch Friday, which is about the Holocaust. And the commandant of Auschwitz and his wife, Hedwig, strive to build a dream life for their family in a house and garden next to the camp. So this is like a sort of a fictional, parable, like based around Auschwitz, but not about the camp itself. But it's sort of like a dark, I don't want to say dark comedy, but it's like a dark war. Yeah. Violence. I don't know much about it, actually. It's supposed to be very, 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 very serious. And then The Holdovers, which I still haven't seen. I'm waiting to see this with my dad whenever he's available. We're going to watch this soon. But this is the only other one I haven't seen for the Oscars. And American Fiction. The Striped Pajamas rolling chairs? No, I don't think it's going to be similar. I think it's supposed to be more morbid, and Zone of Interest is very, I don't know, man. You're gonna have to look up reviews on that one, or like I don't really know much about this. I'm trying to go in blind. I also haven't seen Saltburn, which is like the gay movie where the guy licks the body fluids off the bathtub floor. And I like Barry Keoghan a lot. He's a good actor, but I'm not really interested in this movie. It's like the Gen Z version of The Great Gatsby or something. I'll probably watch this eventually just to see what the buzz is all about. I also haven't seen Poor Things, but I'm watching this tomorrow night. Okay? I'll let you know, guys, how this is on Twitter. I'm expecting it to be amazing because Yorgos Lanthimos is one of my favorite directors. He did a movie called The Lobster with Colin Farrell, which is amazing. I love this movie, The Lobster. If you guys like independent movies, or like if you're trying to find stuff to watch, like go watch this. Colin Farrell. Very weird movie. Dystopian. Here's another one. The Favorite. Period piece. Emma Stone. Rachel Weisz. Olivia Colman. Very good movie about Queen Anne. Very good movie. Killing of a Sacred Deer. Another one with Colin Farrell. I love all this guy's movies. All of them. Dogtooth. This. Anyway, that's enough about that. And then also, I haven't seen this stupid Obama movie. This Obama movie is not interesting to me. I don't really care about it. Leave the World Behind. Don't care. It looked boring to me. I was watching my dad watch it, and it's just like, I couldn't get into the scene that I was watching. It's sort of dull. And that's it. You know, there's another movie called Godland, which is everybody says it's like, if Ingmar Bergman was reincarnated, he would have made this movie. And which makes me need to watch this, because I mean, it has really good reviews, or some good reviews, but Kino Corner told me it's amazing and I need to watch it. I'm a big Bergman fan. So that's that. So, and then another like Taiwanese movie everybody says is amazing, Inside the Yellow Cocoon Shell. Anyway, that's it. That's all there's that I haven't seen that I want to still watch. I'm not interested in whatever. Somebody brought up something earlier. What? Gran Turismo. I'm not interested. Is it good? Guys, is Gran Turismo good? Other than that, guys, that's it. We're done. Nolan for Bond. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I don't want Nolan for Bond. I'll tell you why. Because Nolan for Bond would mean Nolan's gonna be. I don't want him to do Bond for the rest of his life. I want him to do original movies. And if he does Bond, I have a feeling he's going to get sucked into a trilogy. And I think that might be a waste of his talent. Even though they're going to be really good. I'm not saying I don't want a Nolan Bond movie. I'm just saying maybe he can do one Bond. Just one Bond movie. I just want him to do other cool things like sci-fi movies. I want him to do a horror movie. I want to do, But I would watch a Nolan Bond movie 100%. Obviously, it would be good. In Inception, just go back and watch Inception and Tenet, and you can tell how good of a movie that would be. Gran Turismo is good. One of your top 5, Mark? Maybe I will watch it. I just have no interest in racing, and I don't like David Harbour. So there's like 2 things about that. And Neil Blomkamp, to me, freaks me out. I think he's like... I don't know why. Just, I don't like anything he's done except District 9. But I'll watch it. Better than Barbie? Yeah, I'm sure it is. Solo Bond movie could be cool. Yeah, but like, I don't know. Maybe. I think Matt Reeves could do a good Bond movie. He did, Batman. I think, or the Batman, and the Planet of the Apes movies. Villeneuve could do a good Bond movie. Daniel Radcliffe for Bond? No, I want either Henry Cavill, or if they're going the younger route, I wouldn't mind Richard Madden. Richard Madden is not bad. He was in the movie, a show called The Bodyguard. He was like, Rob Stark. I like him a lot. But, there's other people that could do a good job as Bond. We'll see. Well, I'm not worried about it. Other than that, guys, yeah, man. Is my list. I think Sunday night, if you want to watch if you don't want to watch the Oscars, maybe watch the Chris Gore stream breakdown of the Oscars on Film Threat. I might make an appearance there. I'm trying to confirm with him tonight. So yeah, that's it. And then next week, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe next week I'll do a stream about whatever is in the news, Sweet Baby Inc. or something. Get back to I don't know. I still want to have Nerd Cookies on to talk about Dune. I like her a lot. She wants to come on to talk about sci-fi movies. Maybe I'll have her on next week. Nerd Cookies. Everybody go follow Nerd Cookies. She's fun to talk to. But yeah, she wants to come on, and then Chris Gore says he'll come on. It's just hard to get him involved. But I'm trying to do guests, guys. Trying to do guests. Trying to invite people. Maybe I can get Gary to come on. I wonder what a good topic for Gary to come on would be. Me and Gary just have a chat. Let's see. Let's think about that. Maybe like War of the Rohirrim when that comes out, that Lord of the Rings movie, or I don't know. That's an interesting thought. I want to get Gary. I'm sure he'll come on. I'm sure he would come on if I asked him. Yeah. Anyway, you guys can if see me on BSUP as well. If you're looking for other streams, I'm on sometimes with Little Platoon and the best show in the universe. Probably it's called BSUP. It's a really good podcast. I'm on there Mondays usually. And what else? Flashcast this weekend, unless... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. That Film Threat stream might be on Saturday. It might be an Oscars prediction stream, or it might be an Oscars stream watch party. I'm not sure yet. But, and yeah, guys, tonight is Zach's. Everybody go. Oh, you know what? Right now, in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. Let's do Zach's. Let's go to this guy's stream, guys. Go watch this tonight. I'm behind on the show, unfortunately. So I don't know if I want to stop in, and I don't know if I want to talk because I don't really have much to offer. I only saw 1 episode. But go watch the stream, guys. It starts in about a minute. If you're looking for something to watch. They're going to talk about Shogun. Really good show. Maybe I'll watch the Shogun episode now and then go on. But other than that, you guys, thank you so much. Oh, we could talk about Rings of Power Season 2. Good thought. Stream the Golden Saucer, Anon. Yeah, here's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually doing the Golden Saucer now, off stream, but I'm going to do it again because the game has you have to follow the story to the Golden Saucer and then you get kicked out down to the prison. I'm going to stream when I go back to the Golden Saucer the second time so I can spend more time there. That's when the date happens. I can go on a date. So I don't feel like streaming it right now because it's too much spoiler story stuff. So we'll do Golden Saucer maybe this weekend when I go back. And then guys, just quickly before you leave, Dragon's Dogma comes out at the end of the month, and I am hearing some crazy things about Dragon's Dogma. Very positive things. You know, early reviews, people say game of the year contender, fully explorable open map. The perfect version of the Dragon's Dogma we were meant to experience. Other people have been saying, let me find it. This guy has said 37-hour main story, 100-hour completionist. Capcom has said they put a lot of secrets in the game, encouraging exploration. Early reviews have been so good, guys. You know, very excited. And then Capcom just announced that they're raising the salary of all their employees, which is a based W. So, you know, I don't know. I'm excited. I might stream part of that too, man. You guys should play it. So other than that, yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. It was a fun stream. You know what? In the movie, in the near future, I'm gonna do an actors tier list, I think, or a director's tier list. I might do a director's tier list. I might go through all the directors that I love and hate and rank them, and it might be like a 3-hour long epic stream. We can just geek out about movies forever. That's something I want to do in the future. Other than that, yeah. You guys, I want to do another giveaway soon. I might do a Capcom giveaway at the end of the month with Dogma. So if you don't pre-order it, keep an eye out, because I might be doing a Dragon's Dogma giveaway. But yeah, Austin Butler's your favorite young actor, dude. I agree. He's so cool. Go watch Masters of the Air. He's really good in that. And Elvis. I agree, Rolling, and thanks for hanging out, Rolling Shares. I appreciate you being here the whole time, and Anon and Joshua as well, and Gene and Mark. Thank you guys for hanging out. It was fun. You guys have a good night, and I'm gonna slowly walk off stream. Bye.